my friends, it's me, Karen Valentine, and we are back for part 3 of When Sunflowers Bloom by Christine Karron. Such a beautiful, beautiful image. I'm just like kind of staring at it, thinking about just how pretty it is. So anyway, it is printed on Nina Desert Storm cardstock. There is a link for that in the description box below. And if you haven't already heard about it, it is a wonderful, at least to me, toned tan cardstock that is smoother than the Strathmore toned tan paper. So that works really well for me because that other paper was just too toothy, and I'm getting really, really beautiful results on this paper. So I also printed it with sepia colored ink as opposed to black ink. So it will really minimize the amount of dark lines that you see when the page is finished. And so far, I'm really liking the effect that we're getting by doing that. So today we're going to work on the sunflowers, and maybe we'll do her shirt if we have time, depending on the situation. So after I turned off the camera last time, I was looking at her, and there were just a couple of little things that I wanted to tweak before I continued. So I added a little bit of I don't know if I would call it shadow, but I guess it is shadow. Just a little bit of shadow right in the corner of her mouth there. I blended with my blender just a little bit more because when I went to take the photo, boy, those HD cameras really show any little problems. And so I looked at it and went, oh, I think that needs to be blended a little bit more. So I did blend just a little bit more with my blender, and I added a teensy little bit more of the nectar on her cheek. Just to intensify that color just a touch. So that is what I did off camera. What else did I do? Oh, I added a teeny little bit of Posca for the highlight on her eye. So that is it. So now we're going to work on the sunflowers. And I'm going to start by adding Canary Yellow. And I'm going to put some little dots in here. I actually pulled up a reference photo on sunflowers, found one that I really, really liked, and so that is what I'm going to use to gauge my colors and such. So those reference photos are an invaluable tool as far as I'm concerned, as far as I'm concerned, because my brain just doesn't always remember exactly what something might look like, and so it's a nice little reference. I don't think I want those there. I think I put those in the wrong spot. So I'm just gonna erase those away. Okay, so let's do Limepeel, and that will go in the center here. You know what? I think I want to do a little bit of white right in the center too. And let's see, this one, it looks like right here. And since I've got it in my eye, I'm going to just add that center here. I'm not sure if I want to add some, I'm just going to No, I don't think so. So what do I want to do there? I think I'll stay there for now, and I'll add some shadows and shading in here in a minute. So now I'm going to use the Sienna Brown. I'm going to try and avoid the little yellow dots, but it's not a big deal if I go over at all. Not a big deal at all. In fact, we're probably going to go over them when we do the blending, so. Just going to add a second layer because that first layer didn't get very dark. Okay, and chocolate. Nope. Chocolate or light umber? I think I want chocolate. Did I pull out? I do. I want chocolate. Where's my chocolate? It's hiding. Well, maybe that's why I don't have it out, because I thought I had it out, but I don't. No. Okay, gotta find the chocolate. I think I pulled light umber instead of chocolate, and I need to go get the chocolate. So I will be right back. Okay, found the chocolate. So the chocolate's gonna go kind of on the outside and a little bit on the inside of what we laid down there with the Sienna Brown. And then espresso. All right, let's do some Kelp Green in here. want some espresso or maybe black. Let's see. I think espresso is working just a little bit on this edge here. All right. I've got so many pencils all over my desk, I can't see what I'm looking for. All right, I'm gonna blend this out, and I am gonna go right over the yellow because it won't do any damage. I think it needs to be a little bit darker, so I'm going to use some black. I'm going to kind of try and outline these petals a little bit so I don't make a mistake. And there we go. And a little bit in here. I think that'll work for now. Okay. So I'm going to use white. Let's see. I want to put neon yellow and white in the areas where they're not being darkened from being in her hair. So the very outer edges of the, I think straight neon yellow. So it'll be on the outer petal here. Here. And I'm not positive I'm gonna love this yet, so I can always go over it if I have to, but I think we want these tips to be bright, and maybe even this one, just okay. I think I want a lighter color as well. Do I want to use white or do I want to use... let's just use white. All right, I think that's probably enough. Canary Yellow. I think a little bit of this over the top. Maybe I'm being overly cautious, but I feel like that neon is just a little bit too bright for what I want. So by adding a little bit of this, I'm trying to tone it down just a bit. Seeing an area there that looks like should have been hair. So rather than mess it up, I'm going to take my Venetian red and Caput Mortem. Probably should have gone for straight Venetian red. It's still too bright, so burnt umber. That's better. Okay, I could do the whole next flower, but I think I'm gonna switch to Spanish orange and just stay here on this one. Okay, then light umber. And espresso. I don't know, something about that right there bugged me. Okay, it still may not be right, but alrighty, let's see. What do I want to do here? I think I want to add a little bit more espresso to this edge of the center of the flower. I might even want to add some black, so I'm just going to see what that does. Again, something about that just bugging me. It doesn't look right. What is it? I don't know. My strokes are bad in there. That's one thing. I think I'll come in and do shadows on her skin after we're done. Hopefully I'll remember. Okay, something about that in there is, I'm going to take some light umber. Better. And I'm curious if I don't even know if this would be right, but I feel like I want a tiny little bit of shadow underneath these little bits. Good, I like it. Okay, back to Canary Yellow. I kind of feel like, you know, before I get started on that, I'm just curious if I add some white. I guess I'll know better once I get the background done, if I need to do that or not. We'll see. We'll just leave it for now. I hope these are supposed to be, part of me now is wondering if these teeny little ones here are supposed to, excuse me, are supposed to be green. I'm going to not color those and do a quickie little search to see what I can find, because I don't know, something tells me that those are supposed to be the green petals that are surrounding the flower. So I'm going to take a minute, readjust the camera, I think, because I'd rather move it up a little bit, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. So I looked at a lot of pics, and I think just for some more interest and to bring in some more green, since there's not very much, I am going to go ahead and treat those like the little green petals that would be on the back side of a sunflower. It may not be right, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take some lime peel. That one's probably a petal right there. Oh, decisions, decisions. Okay, I'm going to treat that one like a petal. But I'm going to treat these like leaves. Now I will say, it seems that this particular paper does not take erasing, does not like erasing on it as much as my other white cardstock. It, I don't know what it, I don't know how to explain it, but it just does not like it. So I think I'm going to have to learn how to do less erasing on this paper. It messes with the tooth, sort of, and it makes it kind of rougher, and it doesn't color well on top after you've done the erasing. So I don't know what that's all about, but that's just what I found. Okay, so we're going to go back to Spanish orange. Gosh, I'm enjoying this page. Alrighty. Light umber. going to put some white on some of these petals. Alrighty. Nope, that's not the one I want. Espresso. Blend this a little bit. And black. with a black, it's really hard to get that on there without having those lines show. It's so dark. Okay, this is feeling pretty good. Pretty good. I'm going to try and add some shading underneath. I'm not sure what would happen here as far as shading goes because I'm having the light coming in, but I feel okay about putting it in the deepest corner. Even though maybe that's not exactly right, it's still... I don't think there'd be shadow right there, but it looks good, so I'm gonna leave it. Shadows on skin are always the hardest part. I never know if I'm doing it right. This is a flip right there. I don't honestly even know how much shading or shadow there would be, to tell you the truth. With lighting like we're going to be doing, I don't know where the shadows would be falling, or even if there would be any. So I'm kind of winging it. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But so far, I like what they're doing to the piece. So I'm gonna leave it. to zoom out. I feel like I was probably out of frame for a lot of that. One more, but there we are. There we are. That looks, it's so pretty. It came out really nice. Christine's images are so beautiful to work with. I just can't even, I feel like you just can't go wrong with. Okay, so now the question comes is, do we go ahead and keep going, or do we save the rest for the background? I am going to incorporate her shirt kind of into what we're doing on the background, so part of me feels like I'm wondering how much time we've invested in the flowers, and can we go ahead and finish the page in this video? So again, my friends, I'm going to check the time on the camera, see where we're at, and then I'll know whether I want to come back and work on the background or not. Okay, so even though this video is not very long, I think I'm going to end it now so that I can separate this video from the background video. So it's a separate kind of video on how I'll be using gelatos to do a bokeh background for her. So we're going to end it here, and then I'll finish it up on the next video. So thank you so much, you guys. You are the best. I will see you all very shortly on the next video. Thanks. Until next time. Bye.